están? Espero que estén súper bien. Yo soy HeyEstee y bienvenidos otra vez a mi canal. Si eres nuevo no olvides suscribirte dando clic al botón rojo que está aquí abajito y a la campanita para que no te pierdas ningún video nuevo. Antes de empezar les recuerdo que tengo Instagram, Twitter, Facebook y TikTok para que vayan a seguirme. También hago streams todos los días en Twitch, así que si les interesa ahí los espero. Y también les recuerdo que ya está a la venta mi merch a través de la página de Instagram @HeyEstee. En el video de hoy vamos a ver la cuarta parte del caso de TikTok Alex Calvo is Haunted. Voy a tratar de apurarme con ese caso porque me lo están pidiendo muchísimo, pero necesito que sean un poco pacientes porque me faltan como 4 o 5 partes más para llegar a donde está ahorita. Y la verdad son videos que me tardo mucho editando por los subtítulos, pero voy a tratar de apurarme. Si no han visto las primeras 3 partes les voy a dejar los links en la descripción para que vayan a verlas antes de ver este video. En el video anterior nos quedamos en que la gente le decía que a lo mejor Froget le estaba tratando de enseñar algo de la casa, entonces se puso a buscar alrededor de la casa y encontró que en la parte de abajo podría haber algo, así que vamos a ver qué sigue. El siguiente TikTok lo subió el 21 de septiembre y dice el amigo de Joe.
Okay, it's a little bit earlier than I normally post, but I have been texting back and forth with the woman that Joe said he would put in contact with me. Yeah, I assume she's a Seminole like he is. She hadn't said that. I'm going to just show you the texts that we've been giving back and forth. Pretty big development. Looks like I'll be meeting with her sometime this weekend. I'm not sure where.
Ok, en esos mensajes se están poniendo de acuerdo para reunirse. Ella dice que no le gusta hablar de esos temas a menos que sea en un lugar protegido o seguro para ella. Entonces eso es lo que van a hacer. Se van a poner de acuerdo para verse en persona, poder hablar de todo esto y pues en un lugar en el que ella se sienta segura.
I have had a couple dreams about my grandmother. One that's happened kind of a couple times now, and it's a version of a memory. And I've kind of come to realize that it's probably the memory of the last time that I stayed in this house with her. It was not the last time I saw her, but I was about 4 years old, and it was very likely the last time that I stayed here for like a length of time. In the dream slash memory, I go into her room just to kind of see what she's doing. You know, I had been playing around doing my own thing, and she was sitting in her chair. She's got a chair still in there, and she was looking over some things. I don't know if they were documents, pictures, whatever. I was a kid. I didn't really care. And in the dream, I still, like, I'm kind of a kid again. I don't really care, at least at that point. I do remember that was really when she first told me about her father, about Leopold, this guy who I'm on this whole journey about. At least the first time that I remember. She just told me, you know, this was my father, he was a good man. And what I remember, because even at the time it kind of creeped me out a little bit, was her telling me that he loves me very much. Not like he would love you very much, but that he loves me very much. I've had this memory slash dream like twice now in the last couple weeks, so I don't know, maybe it means something.
El siguiente TikTok lo subió el 22 de septiembre y dice Iglesia parte 2.
Okay, so I followed the pressure of wanting to make a video every day and wanting to make you guys happy and went back to the church today. I'm gonna go ahead and let you see what happened. I'm gonna say, needless to say, I'm not going back. Just sorry, go ahead and check it out. Okay, so first, I'm gonna try the front door. No. No. Car driving by. Okay, no. So nothing for the front door. Let's see. Around this. Okay, trying the back door now. See if any of these keys will work here.
Hey.
Oh shit.
What the hell are you doing here?
Sorry man, I was just
private property. You need to get out of here.
Okay, yeah, so no fucking clue who that was. The keys did not work at either door. I did not get a chance to try on the graveyard before the guy chased me out. Either way, you know, those keys, if they were my great-grandfather's, you know, he died 35 years ago, and those locks did not look that old, so who knows? They might have been the keys for the church a long time ago, but they are not now, and that guy, I don't know, he scared the shit out of me. I'm not going back.
Ok, pero no podría como que explicarle un poquito la historia, a lo mejor con un poquito de mentirilla, de que algún familiar le dio las llaves para que fuera a la iglesia o algo así. No sé, creo que eso hubiera tratado de hacer yo. El siguiente TikTok es del 23 de septiembre.
yeah, that guy just popped out. You know, I went back and watched my old video, so he must have just been standing at the back of the church there, because there isn't a door there. There's just the two doors, at one at the front, one at the side, those that I tried. You know, I got a really bad vibe from him. I didn't want to stick around, you know, regardless. You know, as I was going back to my car, I did try to tell him, like, hey, you know, I'm pretty sure my great-grandfather built this place, and that he's buried here. You know, I didn't mean any disrespect. And he was just like, I don't care, it's private property. You know, the current owners had it for like 20 years. You need to leave now, don't come back. I don't plan on going back. You know, I'll check in, like people said, with the county about the ownership, about if he's buried there. I'll figure that stuff out. But either way, I don't really think I'm going to go back. I did have that dream again this morning, and I went ahead and recorded the details right away so that they wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't forget. You know, like when you have a dream, you start to forget details pretty quick. I'm just going to go ahead and post that here for you guys. I made it this morning, but I didn't want to post it too early. So here you go. I'm being a little quiet because Melissa is still sleeping, so I don't want to wake her up. But it was a little bit different this time. It went on a little bit longer. I walked into my grandma's room. She was looking. I know they were pictures, and this time I could tell that they were pictures, and I know that because as she's telling me about Leopold, her father, she pulls out a picture of him and shows it to me, and she's holding it up very prominently, and she's saying, like, this is my father, his name was Leopold, he was a very good man, he helped people, he loves you very much. So I wanted to get that down before any details slipped out. It went on a little bit longer than that. I've already lost some of the details, but then I woke up like just now, so there you go.
Ok, el siguiente TikTok es del 24 de septiembre y dice aparición.
So I just captured something else on tape while I was actually taking the tape. I did not notice it at all, but you go ahead and take a look at it and tell me what you think. Okay, I just heard a really loud noise coming up here from the same place where all the other stuff has been going on. Like something was dragging across the floor. Turn on the lights, like everybody says. Okay, come on. I know I heard something. I don't know. See, I don't know. Oh, I don't fucking know. There's nothing here. Turn on this light down here. No, I don't fucking know. Did you see it? Let's take a closer look. Yeah, so that is somebody peeking out from my laundry room. I couldn't get a good look at it, but I don't know. That definitely looked like somebody to me. And there's nobody there. I've already checked. Nobody who is pale white hiding in my laundry room. So I'm fucking freaked out right now.
Ok, la verdad no sé si creo que sea una aparición o cualquier otra cosa, no estoy segura. Pero lo primero que pensé es que se parece a Michael Myers. No sé si alguien haya pensado lo mismo que yo. El siguiente TikTok también es del 24 de septiembre.
I just wanted to clarify a couple things because, I mean, a lot of people are commenting. I looked in the laundry room. If you watch in the minute, I kind of stopped for a sec. That's because I actually peeked in, did not see anything, and just continued on my way looking through the house. Like, it's not like, oh, there was just something there that I didn't notice. I mean, I swear when I was taking the video, there was nothing there. So, like, whatever that was just appeared on the video that was recorded. It was not there for me to see with my naked eye. I'm going to try to get somebody to come to the house. I'm not sure how I want to go about this, if I want to get like a priest or a medium or I have no idea.
Bueno, pero su abuela dijo que lo que sea que esté en la casa, como que no era malo y que no le iba a hacer daño, aunque no sé si confiaría en eso, no sé. Vamos a ver qué pasa. El siguiente TikTok también lo subió el 24 de septiembre y es la entrevista con Dan.
Okay, there was a slight change in plan. It was supposed to be a face-to-face meeting with Dan, Michael's dad, but we just had a phone call instead. He changed his mind last minute, but it was super illuminating. I learned a lot of really good stuff, so let me show you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Dan, Michael's dad?
Yes, it is.
Hi, yeah, this is Alex. I'm Michael's cousin. We knew each other back when I was a little kid. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I do.
Okay, he might have told you. I'm calling because I'm just trying to find out some information about the family. You might know that when I was like 5 years old, my mom and my aunt, your ex-wife Helen, they kind of severed ties with my grandmother. Do you remember that? Were you married to her at that time?
Yes, I was.
Do you remember, like, why they stopped talking to her? What happened? Like, what caused the rift between them?
Yes, they had a friend, sort of honorary third sister. Something happened to her. She went missing. The girls wanted to look through their grandfather's things. For some reason, they thought it could help somehow. Their mom wouldn't let them. She said it was too dangerous.
Do you know anything else at all that you think could be helpful about this?
Not that I can think of. Helen never really wanted to say more, and then we divorced not too long after.
Okay, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. That's really all I need. There's nothing else I got. Thank you so much.
Ok, definitivamente todo se pone cada vez más extraño. Estaba leyendo los comentarios a ver si había algo de información y solamente encontré que él no quiere decir exactamente dónde vive o dónde pasa todo esto, pero lo único que dijo es que está en Florida. El siguiente TikTok lo subió el 25 de septiembre.
Okay, I met with the Seminole woman and I got her to allow me to film so long as I didn't show her face. She told me her name was Sarah. I don't think that's true. And she was incredibly paranoid. She told me a lot. I'm just going to show you. Okay, I just arrived and it looks like this is her car. Oh, I'm going to not show her face. Hi, I'm Alex. I guess I didn't get your name.
Just call me Sarah.
Okay, here, come around here, I guess. Okay, so my first question is this place really that protected?
Yes, it is. This place has been very special for a very long time.
Okay, so why is there all these buildings here and there's like a road right there?
Well, some people don't care, obviously.
I guess that's fair enough. And what about all the secrecy? Like, is this stuff really so dangerous?
Well, we're not supposed to talk about this stuff with outsiders. The woman, the one who worked with your great-grandpa, she suffered because of that.
Do you know her? Is she still alive?
I did know her, but she passed away several years ago.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me start again. I'm sorry. I really appreciate you helping me like this, especially when there's like possible consequences for you involved. I don't want anything like that to happen. But like, what kind of work did my great-grandpa and this woman do together?
Well, she was gifted and he was gifted too, and they handled dangerous things.
Like demons and ghosts and stuff like that?
Well, he first came to see her because of a 15-foot gator that was eating people, and they couldn't kill it. Sometimes they even thought that it would speak.
Wait. Are you saying there was an alligator that spoke?
It was a 15-foot gator that spoke the language of the Mayacan people.
And who are the Mayacan people?
You can look them up. I'm sure you can put together the implications.
Okay, that's really incredible. Did they ever work together again?
Yeah, later he returned the favor. When we were dealing with these little weird people that came with your ancestors, we didn't know what to do about it, so she contacted your great-grandpa and he helped.
That's really, like, this is really awesome and incredible information you're giving me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Well, I can't help you anymore, so don't contact me again, okay?
Okay.
Ok, como que todo el mundo le tiene mucho miedo al tema y estamos aquí nosotros esperando respuestas. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué pasa. El siguiente TikTok lo subió el 26 de septiembre.
Obviously, what that woman told me is just shocking, and, you know, I don't know what I can believe, or, you know, with everything going on here, it's hard to say anything's impossible, but... You know, I've done some research. I looked into the Mayaca people. I'm just going to post up a quick screenshot from Wikipedia. And basically, they were a native indigenous tribe here in Florida in this area. Seems like the last of them was wiped out in the late 1700s. Here's a little article. Now, I've also mentioned skinwalkers in this before, and how there were things mentioned that sound kind of reminiscent of that. I have also learned that the whole massive alligator element is kind of a Floridian spin on the skinwalker myth, and that is something that has been, you know, talked about from the peoples here for thousands of years. I did also find, and maybe some of you have heard about this massive 13-foot alligator captured recently with thousands of year-old artifacts in their belly. So, like, I mean, maybe he just ate them, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm just going to show you a screenshot of that article, too. Now, about her mentioning the strange little people that followed my ancestors here, I've had some native people reach out to me and say she was probably referring to things like leprechauns, or some people call them duendes or goblins. The belief seems to be that those spiritual entities, whatever you want to call them, followed the European settlers here, and the native people, when they got here, like at first at least, didn't really know what to do about them because they had never experienced them before. So that seems to be what she was referring to.
Ok, el siguiente TikTok es del 30 de septiembre.
I had that dream again. I recorded it just after I woke up. I will go ahead and put that in here. And also Frogette update. So let me show you. It was way different this time. Still basically the same memory, but my grandmother was like super happy to see me. Like, I mean, she was always happy to see me, but it was much more exaggerated than it had been in the actual memory. And when she brought me over, when I came over, and, you know, before I said she was holding the picture of my great-grandfather, he was there. He was like standing kind of behind her to the side, in a similar space to where the picture had been held before. And instead of being like, yeah, this is a picture of my father, this is my father. And he's just standing there smiling politely. I don't know. A lot of people have been asking if I think that the face that I captured in the laundry room was him. I'm not sure. You know, in this dream and in the one photo I have of him, he just looks like, you know, an old white guy with short white hair. And that's kind of what it looked like in the laundry room, but I don't fucking know. This stuff is weird. Okay, so in the dream and the memory, I walked in here and she was sitting right in this chair. And like I said, in the actual memory, she was looking through, at the time I couldn't tell if it was papers or photos. From the dreams, I think it was photos. In the second version, she just lifted up the photo to show me. In the version I just had, basically like standing right here behind her was my great-grandfather. And like, you know, like I said, in that memory, he was already 7 years dead. So Frogette has gone on the lam once again. This is where I had put her in the window, and she has disappeared. So that's just kind of like her, so not a really big deal. I'm sure she'll show up again soon. I will close out saying that I am going to get a medium to come by the house. I've been looking into different ones that are semi-local, and like people have been telling me, researching them to make sure that they're legitimate.
Ok, tengo muchas ganas de ver qué pasa con lo de la medium. El siguiente TikTok es el 30 de septiembre y dice, Melissa ve algo.
I was going to take Melissa to play out in the front yard, and this happened. Come on, what are you doing? Hey, come on. Come on, it's okay. We're just going to sleep. Come on. We're just going outside. Come on. Why are you covering your eyes? Do you see something? Are you okay? I don't want to make you go. You seeing something? I know this is super weird. Okay, I'm not going to make her go. That's enough. The rare sisterly love. We're going to try to go outside another route with Salo too, to maybe make it easier. Oh, Melissa! Okay, this is the first time she's ever done something like that. You know, she didn't seem like horrified, but I don't really feel good about her seeming to be so bothered by like that she wants to run away and cover her eyes. It is also right in the same area where I saw the shadow, right by the laundry room where I saw that face, and you know, the kitchen is right there where the chair moved. It's all focused here, like in the center part of the house. You know, this part that runs around the center of it, you know. I don't know. The elevated section at least, so I'm really thinking underneath here is something.
Ok, el siguiente TikTok es del 2 de octubre.
There was one kind of strange thing that happened today, and I will share that with you now. As I was going through some papers that I found in my grandmother's room, you know, anything I find now I really like comb through for details. I found scribbled in the corner, Megan the Medium. It had a phone number written right next to it, so I don't want to show that because I don't really know how to like fuzz it out. But I'm definitely going to call her, and that's kind of like a shocking coincidence, so, you know, it's just another thing that feels kind of eerie to me. A lot of people are asking if Summer, the dog, has been reacting or weird about anything. In the house, she really has not. You know, she's been cool, she barks sometimes. At night, she gets a little crazy to go in the backyard and bark like wild, but, you know, I assume that's like raccoons or possums or something. You know, that could be anything. So it doesn't really seem like anything to me. Yeah, she's just cool. A lot of you have also been saying that I should put cameras or audio recorders or whatever kind of things to capture evidence throughout the house, and the truth is that other than my grandma's, what's left of her life insurance, some residual income I have from previous work, and, you know, maybe I can start selling stuff here, but I don't really have a lot of money to spare.
Ok, el siguiente TikTok también lo subí el 2 de octubre.
I was looking through putting some stuff away into some of the filing cabinets or cabinets we have around here, and when one of the drawers got stuck, I pulled it hard and it came out, and I'll show you. So this drawer came out when I pulled it too hard. I'm putting stuff away, and there is a journal underneath. Looks like it fell down there a long time ago and has been sitting at the bottom. I'm going to check it out now. Opening it up, it does appear that it belonged to my great-grandfather, Leo Oldry. Going through it is similar to the other one. It seems to be mostly recipes, but just like the other one, I think that was the cover. I have found similar sections that have names that seem like they could be places with times and weird lists of letters and things. There's also some strange maps in some parts of it. I'll show you real quick. There are definitely pages that have been ripped out. There are these weird sketches of a library of some kind. Sketched out maps of what look like towns of some kind. Perhaps the most interesting part is this detailed description of the specifics of some kind of haunting, as well as a note about a radio interview. It says Friday at 8. So that's something else for me to chase down. So the events of that haunting read as such. Kids killed years ago, no one solved. Suspects, father, aunt, mother's side, grandmother, mother's side, family friend from father, local weirdo, and local witch in quotes. And it says ghost question mark, worse question mark. Then it writes mother died several years later, withered with grief. For some reason came back, haunts the grounds, as do others, both involved and not. House was always haunted, deep occult stuff going on somewhere. Children who visit are in danger, and that's underlined.
Ok, vamos a ver más información de ese diario que está muy interesante.
Okay, first is a passage that was written. It said, Annette Parker Auto, 534 East Street, no, Eaton Street, KW. Sounds similar to Father's doll maker story. Then it says LKS like in the other one. Psalm Cross and Frogette question mark. Now, I looked some of this stuff up at the top, and what I found is pretty incredible, and some of you probably already know a little bit about it. This is the house at the address posted. It belonged to Robert Eugene Otto. Robert Eugene Otto, as in the owner of Robert the Doll. This horrifying thing that if you don't know about, you should look up. It's from Key West, Florida. Basically, he's the closest thing we have to a real-life Chucky, and if you don't know it, like I said, just go and read the story right now. Now, what I know from the story, there's basically no way that Robert would have let anybody come, like a paranormal investigator or psychic or whatever, to mess with the doll. So I'm thinking that this had to take place between when he and his wife died. If she was contacting him, my great-grandfather, it must have been between 1974 and 1976, which is awesome because it gives me some idea on where to look for that radio interview. The next note of import here, it says Casa Laga, good people, some genuine talent there, chair might be issue, likely devil's chair, or likely a devil's chair. I looked it up, it actually says Casa Daga, and I'll just go ahead and show you. Basically, it's considered the psychic capital of the world. It's a community about an hour and a half from where I am. So basically a community of psychics, and talking about the chair, there's also this that I found. Referred to as the Devil's Chair, there's a lot of mythology and lore surrounding it. Yeah, so a really gnarly cemetery chair that, you know, people think is associated with the devil. Then there's all kinds of stories about, you know, you leave a beer and it gets drank, but it's not even open, and, you know, that the devil, if you sit in it, will whisper in your ear, all kinds of stuff. And it's just more of these kinds of things that are just shocking and connected to the history of this place, and just more of the kind of stuff that I expect to find at this point.
Ok, aprovecho para decirles que tengo un video completo sobre el muñeco Robert. Está muy interesante, les voy a dejar el link en la descripción por si quieren ir a verlo. Y bueno, lo vamos a dejar hasta aquí por el momento. Me voy a apurar para subirles la siguiente parte en estos días. Espero que les haya gustado mucho. Si les gustó, no olviden darle like, suscribirse dando clic al botón rojo que está aquí abajito y a la campanita para que no se pierdan ningún video nuevo. Gracias por ver el video, les mando un beso enorme y nos vemos en el próximo. Bye.